much for coming to sit and have a listen this afternoon. My name is Sylvia Doust, and I'm the owner of Niche Designs Inc. Used to be Sorted Out Organizing Services, and now the new brand is Niche Designs, which focuses on the small spaces that really need to function well for moms and busy families. What I wanted to talk about today was trying to find some easy, simple, fun, and hands-on ways for kids and families to store their stuff. And we all know that when kids come around and kids come along, so does a lot of stuff in your house. And it becomes really challenging to find the right storage systems that work for your family, storage systems that work for your kids so that they can be responsible and help out with that cleaning up. And a lot of moms that come to me for some help and some ideas come for mostly three main topics, and I chose those three to talk about a little bit today. But if you have any questions or have specific questions about other challenges you're facing, just come and ask me after I'm finished. One of the really big challenges for moms especially, and dads who stay home with their kids, is finding a way to store their clothes, because they're itty-bitty clothes in typically a really large closet with one rod and one shelf that doesn't function very well for little kids. So something that I try to help moms with is to use the closet in a different way and find some organizing modular pieces out there that can build a closet up and create pockets of space, and label bins that are in those pockets of space so that they can see what belongs in those bins using nice bright colored picture labels. If your child, whether they're preschool age or school age, is having difficulties choosing clothes in the morning, it's a fight to know what to wear or what goes with what and how to put those outfits together. For girls, you could use any sweater organizer like this and create your own Monday to Friday what to wear, so that if you have someone who is looking after your kids, or dad's looking after the kids, or grandma, and finding those sets that go together is a challenge, you can preset them in the Monday to Friday, and then there's no question the morning of. When my son was 3, we created something like this, only not so pretty. It was a drawer system from IKEA with pull-out bins, and we labeled the front of each bin with Monday to Friday, because he always argued with me about what he was going to wear, and we were late for school. So Sunday I did the laundry, he chose his clothes for the week, and when he woke up in the morning, that was what he wore. He pulled the drawer for Monday, and he also learned the days of the week at the same time. So that helped me out a lot, and now that Monday to Friday, he's 9 years old, he still uses that same system, and he's labeled his collections on every drawer now. Not his clothes, but all the things he collects. So he's also learned the skill of keeping his things together in a space where he can find them. Transitional clothes. When you have siblings and you're waiting for the next child to fit into clothes, and then when it comes time you can't find them, they're in the basement storage room in a bin full of clothes. Get some really inexpensive, clear, large bins that fit on the top shelf of the closets, usually 12 inches deep, clear, and a label on the front, 6 to 12 months, 12 to 18 months. If you do have siblings and you want to hang on to those clothes, they're there front and center for you to see, but they're still out of the way. And you can do that for seasonal clothes as well. Or if you have space, you can get the small, skinny, long, clear organizers that go under the bed, and those work in the same way. The second most challenging part of being a mom with kids and busy families find it a struggle to keep the artwork and the paper that comes in the door. What do I do with this? How long do I keep it stored, and where do I put it? So I've just got a couple of ideas. You've probably heard the ideas before. They're not original by any means. They just come from other moms. And some of them are really, really simple, which is the key to keeping the system going. Whatever system you create, if it's too complicated, it's not going to work. If it's simple and it's fun and it's easy to use, then it's going to probably be a lot more successful. So the artwork your child brings home, you can get these clipboards at Winners, or you can cover your own clipboards. They could be in a collage. and you can line them up on a wall. You can create a collage of them and just clip their artwork and then rotate them through. Once they're done in this space, they can go in an under the bed box labeled by their age or grade. And at the end of the year, or maybe June's a really good time because it's the end of a school year. You can go through the bin and weed out some of the things that aren't so special, or that if your child is old enough to make the decisions with you, you can weed that out, and then you don't end up with this mound of paper by the time they're 6 years old. Because if they are preschool or even at home doing crafts, you know how quickly that adds up. Another way to store the artwork, if you are digitally a techie kind of person and you like the digital aspect, is to scan some of the really nice pictures that they do and put them in a digital photo. The digital photos that rotate through, that can be their scanned artwork, and then you can just do away with the actual paper. Let me think, there's one more in my head. Oh, the clothesline. The clothesline you've seen used before. It creates a nice artwork for their rooms if you create a clothesline with clips of their artwork as they make it, and it also decorates the room at the same time. Or you can move that to another area of the home if you have a playroom. That can be the artwork for the playroom, is their own art.